Hey, what's up? It's Corey here, and wanted to say happy belated Flag Day. It's Sunday now. It's probably Sunday morning in America right now, but this past Friday was Flag Day, and unfortunately I don't have an American flag, so I couldn't really represent the USA over here in Korea properly. But I do have my American flag lawn chairs, yeah, at least you can see it in the background here. I'll just keep it in the background for now. Anyways, kind of wanted to do a video talking about some things that have been going on. First and foremost, this past weekend, 2 days, UMF Korea, EDM concert, lots of people, lots of drinking, lots of dancing, crazy costumes, puking, people pissing everywhere, long bathroom lines. Yeah, so it sounds like any concert, basically, just the music was different. It was really cool. I've never been to anything like that before. I've never been to a concert, actually, on that scale ever before, and so it was really, 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 really awesome. Got to see a lot of awesome DJs from around the world, just throwing these names out there in no like order or anything like that, but Afrojack, Cascade, Sander Van Dorn, Cassette, from Sweden. Let's see, there was a Japanese guy, Taku Takahashi, Shut the Mouth, Adventure Club from Canada. Boy George was there. Boy George, you remember Boy George? Drag, weird watermelon black dye going down his bald head. Boy George, yeah, there was, I guess he has like a DJ set thing going on with like electronic music, and he performed too, but he looked totally normal, like he had a beard and everything. I think that was him. That's what people told me, that was actually him. So, you know, and the name is Boy George, so who's gonna copy Boy George, right? So, yeah, so it was really cool. And then the two people that did the finales. Okay, so for Friday, the finale was Armin van Buuren, totally awesome Dutch guy representing, just totally amazing show at the end. And yesterday, Saturday night, the finale was Avicii. Now, both Armin, Avicii, they just rocked the house. It was totally awesome. Like I said, I've never seen a concert on this scale. It was like really, really cool. Yeah, it was just amazing. The people that were there, it was just such a really, really fun time. I didn't see anybody fighting. I didn't see any like weird, crazy, drunken people like stumbling all over the place and causing trouble. Nothing like that. You know, nobody was being kicked out, at least that I saw. So really, really great time. And I went with my friends. I went with like a group of people, and we met up with more groups of people. And most of these people were the friends that I made at the Epic Orientation back in April. And so most of them do live in Incheon, but then there was a few that come from far away, like far south, from like Namwon or Daegu, yeah, Gangwon province. So they all came in. Everybody was staying at hotels in the area, and yeah, it was cool. It was really, really cool. And then let's see. Besides that, the past week teaching was really cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I even get onto that topic, just this is the hat I wore last night for the second day at Ultra. And this sticker says ear slap, and I don't know, there are stickers everywhere. People are throwing out stickers all over the floor, and you just pick them up, and then people are walking around slapping people with stickers. And so I picked up one of these and I put it on my hat because it was red and it matched or whatever, and so you could see it. And I just thought it was funny, ear slap. I don't know. Anyways, so this past week teaching English, it's been really good. I've been just really perfecting my craft at teaching and presenting the material to the students, and really doing those CCQs, concept check questions and stuff like that, and just, you know, really asking my children open-ended questions, and to make sure that they understand what I've told them, if they really, really understand. And that's been like one of the major things I've been pushing, and it's really been helping like big time. Because when I first started, I wasn't doing those CCQs. I wasn't really asking the questions to make sure that the students understood what was being told to them. And so, you know, it's those little things you just like tweak, you try it out, and it works, and it really does work. So, you know, if you're coming to teach here, I highly recommend you to like incorporate CCQs, those concept check questions. You know, just ask open-ended questions: what, who, where, why, how, like those kind of stuff, and they have to respond back. I asked for the translation too, like, hey, what does this mean in Korean? And then like they know it, and they all know it, and even the lower level students are now picking it up because I'm asking those questions and they're hearing it and they're like, oh, okay, so that's what that means. Even though I didn't understand what the Korean teacher said the first time, all my classmates reiterated the point, and now I understand what that means. And then the rest of the lesson is you know, ingraining that information, drilling, games, you know, whatever, videos, songs, all that stuff. So yeah, anyway, so part of this thing that I'm trying to bring up is that my co-teachers told me that I was doing a really great job at teaching, like really, really good, because I've been doing all these different like tweakings and modifications to my style. And you know, I've only been teaching for 4 months. I've never taught in my life before, and both co-teachers, both of them, 20 years plus experience each, and they said that I've become a great teacher in such a short amount of time. They were like really, really impressed, and they're excited for me, and that they said I surpassed them in my teaching ability. I'm not sure if that's even true, because I think that that was just kind of like a nice compliment, even though it's not necessarily true. But you know, I'm like a sponge. I'm absorbing information from everywhere and all that stuff, so I'm always adapting and like taking in new ideas. And anyway, so just to hear those nice words from my two co-teachers for the first time in 4 months, I take that back. They have said a few things like, wow, you're doing really good, and like, yeah, keep it up, and that kind of stuff. You know, nice words of encouragement. But this time they both flat out just said, I'm awesome, and that I'm better than them. And I was like, whoa, like that came as a shocker. So it was a nice confident boost, and I guess like an ego boost too. But it really also helps me want to try harder. I already want to try harder, but now that has just reinforced it even more, that I want to be here for a few more years and teach English and be really good at it, and hopefully I can be like one of those SMOE Teachers of the Year type of people. I'm not sure if that'll happen, but because I know there's many great teachers with SMOE out there, like really. One of my friends, his wife, she is an SMOE teacher here in Seoul, and she was last year, 2012's Teacher of the Year for her district. Sorry, they don't have a Teacher of the Year for the whole city, I don't think, but for the districts. There's different districts in the city, kind of like a borough, you know, Manhattan, Queens, that kind of stuff. So anyways, yeah, so for her area, she was the Teacher of the Year for 2012, and so I want to be like one of those people from my area here in Dobong-gu, northern Seoul. Got to represent Dobong-gu and the people who don't make as much money as those in the city, like downtown. You know, a lot of the families here are kind of poor, so yeah, I got to make sure those kids are really learning, really getting their potential up there with their English, and so they can get into good schools and go to college and do all that stuff that's expected of them. And yeah, so hopefully I'm doing my part in helping in that. Let's see, what else? Yeah, it's been hot. The temperature's been about 29, 30, 31 degrees every day. That translates to 90 something. Yeah, that translates to 90 something, I think. I forget. But the humidity is what kills it. So the temperature of the air is not so bad. It's just the humidity. It's so sticky. So I actually got my air conditioning unit fixed the other day. It wasn't working, so I was actually using an oscillating fan. And man, that was terrible. Nightmare sleep conditions. But now that I have my AC on, I don't run it. As you can see, I have my window open. Just for the cool evening air, but if it gets out of control, I close the windows, I pop on the AC, and I set the timer so it only runs for like 2 hours or 3 hours, and then I'm good. I'm good for the night, and then I can just run the fan, and it just circulates the cool air that's inside the apartment. But yeah, thank God for air conditioning. I love air conditioning. Yeah. Anyways, oh, I wanted to give a shout out. I know that sounds lame. There's people that like do shout outs all the time and they sound like scam people or, just like idiots. But I do want to give a shout out to my best friend Cami. It was her birthday earlier this month, June 2nd. But check out her Twitter feed. If you are a Walking Dead fan, or you go to conventions about The Walking Dead, or you just follow Norman Reedus. Yeah, if you just follow Norman Reedus, just follow her, my friend Cami. Kaylin81 on Twitter. She's a really popular person in that like sphere of the world of The Walking Dead and Norman Reedus fandom. And she goes to conventions, she volunteers at conventions, her friends are connected all through that, and the famous people give her shout outs, and so I'm going to give her a shout out. And yeah, so hopefully you can check her out on Twitter. I want her to make a YouTube channel. That would be awesome. Cami, idea, you need to make a YouTube channel. Do it. Okay, let's see. Last but not least, I do want to thank everybody for watching my videos, really, honestly, from like the bottom of my heart. Awesome. I can't believe that people are subscribing. I think the last time I made a vlog, I talked about having like almost 100 or a little over 100 subscribers and like 1,000 views on one of my videos and like 5,000 views in general for all my videos. Well, since that time, I've jumped up to like 140 in subscribers, almost 9,000 video views, and then that one video that had 1,000 now has 2,500. So in just a short amount of time. So it's really cool. I'm just happy that people are watching things. That like, why am I doing this? I'm doing this for YouTube. YouTube is a community for people to present video footage of all different kinds of things, and obviously vlogging is like one of the major things that people do on YouTube. And as a community, we should be taking advantage of this tool now, in time, in history. Like really, like this hasn't existed since what, 2004? Is that when YouTube came out? 2003? I forget when, but before that, what was I doing? I wasn't watching YouTube. I don't even know what I was doing. I was playing video games or something. And the YouTube experience has just been a really amazing thing. I remember I spent like a month just watching accidents, and like, isn't that ridiculous? Like, I just watched car accidents and people falling and dying, and it was like the most messed up footage ever, but it was like I was addicted. And then there was like a whole stint where I just watched riots. I watched hooligan riots, and like I was watching violence. Basically, I was watching human nature on film. And it was like a documentary, like watching Discovery Channel, like, oh, the animals, look at them graze. Well, it was like, oh, look at the humans, look at them like fight and kill each other, and like do retarded things and die, and and it just amazed me. It was like such a cool medium that I wanted to get involved in, and so I'm finally glad that I'm able to do it somehow, starting with these vlogs and my footage of life here in Korea as an English teacher. Hopefully there's some other things I can maybe bring to the table to the YouTube community that's not already out there, specifically while I'm living here in Korea. I don't know, it's kind of hard because there's a lot of people that do vlogs about traveling and about food and about K-pop and Korean dramas. So I'm not sure what I can do, but I will think of something. Maybe I'll think of like photography stuff, or I don't know, art. Maybe I'll just follow the art scene. I don't know. Anyways, if you have any suggestions for things that you want to see here in Korea, please leave a comment, leave a private message, something like that, and I promise you I will reply back, and I will try to make a video for you, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Love you, Cami, and all you guys, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.